So yeah, this is a very nice game that I played against GB Tommy. Let me flip the board. I'm black in this. I try this gambit, this knight gambit that is very good in Crazy House. E4. GB Tommy is the creator of the PyChess website. He plays E5. I play D5 and sacrifice it. Takes, and now elephant drop here. Elephant drop here would have been an option for me, but I chose another thing. So this variant is called S house. So it is like S chess. There are two new pieces, and this is the hawk, which is the bishop plus knight, and the elephant, which is knight plus rook, and you can drop it anywhere. So like since it's S house, there is gating. Gating means like, I'll just explain what gating is. You move a piece, and then when you have to move another piece, you can bring the reserved pieces on the back rank. So that's also possible. And since this is S house, you can also drop a piece on the first move itself. So yeah, so in one of the games, GB Tommy tried this, and I fell for the trap. I did this, takes, and he did this. So my king came up. So that was a very weird and short game. But in this, I am choosing knight f6, sacking the knight to get open files. So yeah, I sack this knight, and what I get as a result is this open files. He tries this elephant check. I block with the pawn here. I can block with the pawn here too, but I chose to block it here. Knight c3, bishop e6. Now he sacrifices the knight for 2 pawns. I play bishop e7, and now I thought for a long while before putting a hawk here. My aim is just to cover up this square, because even before I castle or after I castle, these two squares are very crucial. There should be no drops here, otherwise my king might be unsafe. So that's why the hawk here, but also I want to attack this elephant. So that's another aim. So he puts a hawk here, I exchange off and put the elephant here. He plays bishop d3 now, and the position is kind of nice for me right now. And right now the next 7 to 8 moves are really weird, because they the structure for black kind of becomes like shogi like. It's like king in the super duper corner, or king is like just surrounded by its own pieces. So it becomes quite a unique structure, and that's why I'm sharing this game. So hawk takes on e4, bishop takes here, and I dropped a knight here, which I think so isn't the best move. My aim was that there is a bishop attacking here, and if I play c6, my this diagonal will get weakened. So what I wanted to play was something that would just protect my king too, and also done something for the counter attack. So that's a knight drop, but another possibility was elephant drop here, attacking this and then giving a check. So yeah, that was another option, but instead I chose this knight drop. He took the pawn here, and hawk check from this side, and then I drop an elephant here. So better would have been dropping some other piece, but I didn't like knight drop here because it just really cramps up, and these knights aren't doing that good of a thing. Like this knight is knight snare king are not the best defensive pieces. Knights are meant for attacking when in drop variants. So that's why I just put a elephant here with the hope of getting this elephant here and then attacking here and attacking here. So that was my aim. So yes, he just sacrificed this bishop, and now this knight is diverted out. So that's why he just thinks of just trying to get on the king side. So he does a pawn here, which is kind of dubious. He had an advantage by just exchanging this. and me doing nothing, I think. Yeah, and then elephant here, maybe queen d6, and then another elephant here. Go here and take this. I sack my queen. Does he take this? Oh, first he plays pawn here, king d8, bishop here, and if I sack my queen here, because I know that my king safety is also important, so yeah, that would have been a weird variation, like completely different game. But instead something else happened. Let's see what happened. So pawn drop on g6 was tried. I took it. Now I have an open file. It attacks the hawk too. The rook attacks the hawk. He takes here. He's thinking that some drops nearby here and my position will start to crumble. That might be the idea. So I just try and immediately just fork these two pieces, and he just sacrifices his queen. And right now what I did is I took this, and I had choice of gating with knight, or gating with nothing, or gating with hawk. So gating with hawk would have been weirder, because I can't recapture, like, I don't know, maybe this would have also been good, but I gated with the knight. So when he recaptured here, wait a second. Yeah, but he didn't recapture. Yeah, I think so. Here he should have recaptured. He has a clear advantage, but instead he tried this intermediate move. He just wants to get my king uncomfortable. I just try and block here. So as you can see, all this structure that's forming here, all the four new fairy pieces, two hawks, two elephants, all in here. So this diagram is kind of like just symbolizes how this game went, and like this isn't a attack. This is like just a rugby match. All the very strong pieces near each other, but they can't do anything. So yeah, I did a hawk drop here, which is kind of dubious. Here I would have got a lot of advantage if I would have just played king d7. And if he takes here, suppose I take here, maybe go bishop a4, and what's the idea behind this? Pawn b5. Okay, this protects the pawn. Okay, now if he takes the rook, this is a computer line. I wouldn't have played it ever. If I take this, rook d3, king c8. Yeah, I think so, like slight edge for me. King safety is still there. So yeah, instead I dropped here. I could have tried king d7, but I didn't go with that plan. He took that rook. I decided to give my queen for just fork this hawk and here, because my main aim was just to just remove these two pieces from my defense. I just didn't want them. So here I thought of taking this, but I didn't take it, because I knew the queen on e5 was doing a good job of at least pinning this bishop, attacking the b2, always threatening this, and maybe some pawn drop on f3, d3 future, just exploiting the pin. So now next, instead I just went on the defensive and dropped a pawn here, and now again you just see the structure, very unique in S house. All the strong pieces, strong pawns here. There isn't a mate. White just has a pleasant advantage. And now white wants like the hawk on h5 is fine, but white really wants to just break open and take at least a few pieces on the e file, because the e6 square will be vulnerable. If suppose queen moves here, you can take here, because the hawk is pinned by this elephant. So yeah, that's why now I played king d7. I should have played king d7 a long time ago, but I played it now. I think so. I was getting into time trouble. That's why I played this. This isn't a good move. It gives a lot of advantage. This was a good move. King d7 was a good move here. Yeah, king d7 was a good move here, but not now. King d7 while keeping a queen here. So hawk takes here, knight takes here, takes, and yeah, the game would have gone on. My king would have been on the king side. Yeah, but after rook e3, I should have at least grabbed up this hawk. If you would have taken here, maybe I could take here. If it goes bishop f4, elephant here, pawn f3. Yeah, I can start off my own attacks slowly. But yeah, I was thinking of king's ft now. But yeah, this leaves up all these holes, these light square holes, and that's how the game ends, kind of quite tragically. So now I take this hawk on h5. Now he decides to sacrifice, no, not sacrifice, just give away this elephant, since it is doing nothing here and it can't even come back into the game. It can take here, but yeah, this is also protected, so kind of weird. So it sacrificed, and now I recapture with this elephant. Taking with the queen was another option, putting a hawk here. If rook takes, then c6, bishop g3, bishop d6, queen at c4. Yeah, the game would have gone on for sure. So yeah, after I took this hawk on h5 and he exchanged the elephant on f8, I took with the elephant myself. Queen bishop b5 check, bishop drop on b5 with a check, and here I also had to think, if c6, how would the position fare. So I did c6. Now this was a waste of tempo. Better would have been queen d3, maybe c8. Yeah, and so on. So yeah, quite a complicated position. I played king he played rook e3 and I played king c7, pawn on h6, and now also I had to think. I was thinking this, and bishop takes b5, then he would have something here. I was quite scared, so that's why I just thought of sacking this knight, which has done nothing, and it's on b8. But yeah, this gives a very very good chance for him to just consolidate this b7 square. I place the hawk here. My aim is to control this c2 square. That's why he defends by placing the bishop on c4. So this does three roles: attack the hawk kind of, but it's still defended by the queen, attack c7, c6 kind of, and defend c2. Now I just try and attack the c2 square doubly with both these pieces. He plays a hawk here. Here there was kind of a winning move, maybe knight b5 check. And suppose if I move with my king, yeah, that would have been a fork between the hawk and the king. So instead he just thought of making a hawk trade, and now I place the hawk on b6, which is kind of dubious. My plan was just to have this queen on this open semi-open file, have this hawk target this queen, and later on this hawk targeting this diagonal if white castles. But yeah, he sacrificed his queen, and his aim was he didn't sacrifice, he just gave it for this elephant. His aim was just to crash open this b4 square, e6 square. So yeah, now this is a bad move, e5 move. I knew this e5 move was bad, but I couldn't find any other good move. Maybe bishop c5 was better option. Just keeps all these pawns on the 6th rank and safety overall. So e5 move was a blunder kind of, and after that he just took here on b7. I took with the king, and he took this bishop, sacrificed it kind of, and give a check and a mate. So here I should not have taken this piece and tried something else. I should have tried maybe there are a lot of variations, but yeah, I regret playing this move e5. It just created a lot of weakness. And already this dark squares is weak when I played this c6 move. Should have come to d5 or something, but there is a knight on f4. Hawk should have been dropped on d5 instead of b6 few moves back. Instead of recapturing the bishop here, I could have tried maybe 2-3 things. Like one is elephant here, attacking this rook. He could try knight e6 check, forking this 2 things, but yeah, this 2 knights doubly create this fork. So yeah, my position kind of crumbled here. So I had some kind of counter threat here on c2, and maybe I could have tried and taken here. That would have been a better version maybe. Go knight c5 now. Yeah, very difficult to see, lot of variations to analyze. So yeah, that's the end mate that I had. So yeah, that sums up this nice spy chess game that I had. Very nice opening with e4 and knight f6, and the main highlight why I tried to show this game was because of this, the way in which I defended my king side. It's like a rugby match, all the strong pieces nearby, but everything on a standstill. So yeah, that sums up this game. So I would like to thank GBTami for creating this website PyChess and for playing with me. Thank you for watching.